At Gingham Cottage, I just love hurricane glasses. Like this one, I did this for fall. I used Trader Joe's Indian corn, play sand, and a simple candle from Pottery Barn to create this. I actually got this hurricane glass for $35 at a flea market, and I've seen them for $100 in stores. I'm gonna show you how I switch it for more of a holiday winter feeling using pine cones, jingle bells, red candles, even a little bit of salt, we'll get there, candy, so many things around the house that you can fill up in a hurricane glass and really create a fabulous feeling. I'm gonna show you how to do that right now. All right, so this is my fall one. I'm gonna tuck that out of the way. Perfect. I have another one, and I'm just gonna touch it up with a little Windex so it's nice and shiny for the holidays. Give it a little Windex bath. Now, the first thing I'm gonna do is use kosher salt as my snow. It's a really great alternative to sand in the bottom of hurricane glasses, and the kosher salt is kind of thicker, so it gives it that very nice holiday kind of feeling. So I'm just gonna open the whole top up because it would take forever to use this little spout. And I'm just gonna pour this in the bottom. It's snowing! Salt! Okay, perfect. Level that out a little bit. That looks good. See how snowy that looks? Oh, I'm brilliant. Kidding. Okay, I'm gonna reuse the candle for fall. I'm actually gonna use this for winter as well because it totally works. So I'm gonna put that in the center. Now this is an important part because what you wanna do is make sure that you level the candle, because if it's not level, what will happen is the wax will melt to one side and then it'll ruin the candle eventually and it won't last as long. Now, I've got these pine cones. I picked these up at Michael's. All of you guys in the Midwest, I'm from Ohio, are looking at me like, why did you buy pine cones? Well, I just needed to add some in here. These smell like cinnamon, but you can totally pick these up in your yard. The rest of these pine cones that I have, I actually did pick up from around Gingham Cottage and around the neighborhood. So now I'm just gonna pop these in. And sometimes it's a little tricky just to get the sizes right. Sometimes they're too big or they're too small, but you wanna make sure that the candle kind of stays in the center. Look at that little cute one. Now, when you're placing it, you can tend to mess up the levelness of your candle, so make sure that you maintain that. And keeping it kind of irregular is really good too. It's kind of like doing hair. I have to step away, make sure things are balanced. Okay, now make sure and spin this around so that you're happy. Make sure you're still level. Now some are standing up and some are lying down. That's totally cool. It's really important to look at this from all angles, kind of spin it around. If your candle has like a seam or anything, make sure that you're putting the prettier parts towards the front. Now once the base is good, I'm just gonna fill in with a few more pine cones. Now it's really important when you're dealing with pine cones to make sure that the pine cones are away from the flame because you don't have some kind of holiday disaster. This could have cost a fortune from a store if you bought it all together, but just because you assembled the pieces yourself, you're gonna save some money. And that is a perfect holiday hurricane. It just needs one thing, a light. Another tip that's really great is I always light my wicks. Unlit wicks are really tacky, so even if you have a new candle and you're not going to use it immediately, light the wick so that it's black. It looks way chicer. This style is great for the holidays. I love the warm coziness. It doesn't have any red or green, so it's just more rustic and cool. I love that, but don't worry, I'm going to add some color right now. The next hurricane glass I'm going to do is this one. Now I have a really important point. I used to fight hurricane glasses all the time because I was buying ones that were too narrow like this. And what I figured out finally is you have to have a lot of room around the candle, otherwise this just is not going to work. Now to start this one, I'm actually going to nest this candle inside of it so that no wax ends up on the jingle bells. So I'm gonna put that in first. Perfect. This doesn't have any sand or salt or anything in it. It's just really completely clean. I got 2 different colors of Jingle Bells from Michael's. Some came red and green together and the other ones are silver, and I mixed them up. And it's so easy, you just pour them in. It's super loud. That one's done, everyone. That is so easy. The last thing I'm gonna do is just light this one up. This hurricane glass is way too narrow for me to put candle and things around. Trust me, I've tried a million times. It's a nightmare. I'm gonna just instead use some Hershey's Kisses in holiday colors and just fill it up. Just gonna pour this in. I should have gotten more bags. Let's see here. You know what? I'm gonna put it in a more narrow one. That looks better. Now, how many of you out there have gotten flowers and they come in these little square vases? I always keep these and I nest them. I'll end up with a bigger one and a smaller one, and if I end up with too many of the same size, I start getting rid of them. But this is a really great thing for more holiday candy. Got M&M's. I've been waiting to do that all day. I did these hurricanes in these very specific styles. There are millions of variations you can do. Instead of the pine cones, I could use these fabulous cranberries that I picked up at Michael's. You can twirl them around, just make sure they stay away from the flame. You can also add candy to the candle ones as long as you use the double glass. There's so many different ways to do this, but it's a really great way to add lots of fun color and beautiful light to your home for the holidays.